Hello and welcome to 10 Oaks Acres. What we're doing today is we're putting the strain relief cracks or strain relief joints in the cement. Cement's already been poured, and you've probably seen my engraving video here where I engraved our name of our place into the cement. So what we're doing is we're putting in these expansion joints. I'm no cement expert, but what I've learned about them is what they do is they allow the cement, because it's inherent in cement that eventually, if you don't do nothing with it on a big slab like this, it's eventually going to crack up. It's probably going to crack in a jagged manner, and it's not going to look any good because it's going to be cracked. So the expansion joints, you put the line in there, cut grooves in it, and that allows it to crack down inside that expansion joint where you won't even notice it, and the rest of the cement usually stays intact just fine. So that's what they're for. So we're going to cut a couple inch groove in those with the grinder. But what we're doing is, so I found the approximate center here and put a line, and then what we did was we went across with a straight line, and then we went 7 feet on that side of the middle and 7 feet on this side of the middle. Now here's the interesting thing. Those two are about 7 feet apart, but there's some kind of an optical illusion with this cement. Now when I did the other side, it looks way off. Now if we look at it right now, it looks fairly straight. Now I'm going to move this board over to where the exact 7 foot is. You got 7 foot from this screw to this screw, that screw to that screw, and so on to the other ones. So technically that should be measured correctly, but because of the optical illusion of the way the cement is shaped and the wall and it's tapered, it doesn't look right. And what I want is, I kind of want it to look right to the eye. So if somebody doesn't come up and say, holy crap man, that line's really off. I mean, and then they measure it and say, oh no, I guess it ain't off. But nobody's going to come up and measure. So I just want it to look good to the eye. So I'm going to show you, I'm going to move this over to the other screw, and hopefully you'll be able to see on the camera how off it looks. Now if you're seeing the same kind of thing I'm seeing, it looks like it goes like that, okay, compared to the other ones. The other ones are looking straight with everything, and they look straight between the two of them. But when we come to this other one, and I'm standing up here now, right now it looks like it's tilted in to me as I'm looking at it. So it just doesn't look right. It looks goofy. So you might be able to see it even better here. Kind of looks like it's off compared with the rest. So what we're going to do is we're going to move it back to my IN mark, I guess. Now if you look at it now, the way I'm looking at it, looks a whole lot straighter to the human eye. And that's kind of what I'm going after. And you know, there's really no scientific way to put these joints in. You just got to get the cement, you know, partition, you know, equaled up, split up. So I want it to look good to the eye, so that's what we're going to do. Let's get to her. What's going on? I know you just got a bath, you're ticked off. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about the setup we're using here to cut these lines. Now, this is the setup I used for grinding the cement. This is a wheel made by Rigid. It's a diamond wheel, which we're going to be taking that one off. We're going to be putting this wheel on, which this is a, it's also a diamond cutting wheel, which you need for cement. And this is going to cut our grooves, our expansion joint grooves in the cement. So we'll be using this. And this grinder done a great job. It's a little Ryobi grinder. The nice thing about this grinder is, first of all, I don't know if you can get them with the trigger like this anymore, but this one you just pull it, it's on. Pretty nice. The other nice thing is, this particular grinder, when I'm cutting a groove like that, I don't have to be like this with the handle or like this. I can take this handle and I can spin it like this. I can put the grinder right down here and I can make a nice line. Hoping we make a nice line. But make a nice line along the cement. And then this guard here, I'm going to show you the benefits of this kind of a guard. Also, this guard you can put anywhere on there. And we're going to set this guard up for the right height, the right depth. We pretty much just, we're going to put the guard down and basically just drag it right along like that, right along with the guard touching the cement. So this is a pretty nice little setup. So we're going to pull this off. We're going to put this on. Now I'm going to need my other piece of the arbor, but I got to get that. And we're going to put this guard back on now. Unless it should, it's going to say unless it doesn't give us enough depth availability, because I really didn't want to run with no guard. The idea is, I think there's a little notch this thing is down in. There we go. I'll have to clean this thing all up and done. This goes on, and I'm thinking we can kind of run this guard right along the cement, and then my wheel will be cutting. So let's put this baby on. And I think the grinder does spin that away. Yeah. Now, what do we got going on here? Okay, what we need to do is this little knockout. We need to have that little knockout out of there. because right now you're gonna get this number, which you can't have. This should fit up on this raised lip of the arbor. So we're gonna have to knock this little knockout out right here so it fits on the arbor part. Don't fit in there either. So we have to do is knock that out. Your blade has to be running smooth. It can't be running all along. You're going to have a terrible time. See, that little piece is designed to come out of there, and this should fit on one of these. I guess you got to take this one out too. Now. That's what we're talking about. Now you can see how that fits right on that arbor just perfect. So when this thing's spinning around, it's going to be stationary, and then you're going to be going like this. So you want that to fit right on that arbor. Then you want to take the flat side, since it's already on this arbor, this flat side, we'll go down and tighten against the blade. Just like that. Okay, now when we run this grinder, we're going to want to run it this way. So we're going to turn this, and we're going to try to get our height set. Let's try to get our height set here with this guard, so that we can run her. Now it's going to be put this in here like that, and then that's what tightens it. See right there, that's going to give us something like that. Turn. Alright, I guess general rule of thumb, according to what I found on Google, is it should be about 1 inch deep for a 4-inch pour. This cement's a little thicker than that, so I should actually be, you know, probably like inch and a half or so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try taking this guard off, because right now it's kind of hitting this clamp. So I think I might be able to get that. I'll just have to hold it in kind of a specific way when I'm doing the joint, and just watch so I don't get my hand cut off. I don't really recommend doing this, but for me to get as deep as I need, I don't see another way to do it here. And if I try it and it don't seem safe, I won't do it. But you know, right now I'm gonna see what kind of depth I can get without this on here though. See what we got. Kind of dangerous. Like I said, I do not recommend this. So if I did it this way, and I run the grinder right along the edge, I mean, it looks like I'll get probably about 1 inch, which I really don't like having my hand that close to a spinning diamond wheel. I'm not really digging that. You know what I mean? One wrong move and so I need to see if there's a way I can incorporate this guard. And worst case scenario, I'll just have to get a bigger grinder at some point and take her on down a little bit. But I think it'll probably be fine. So I think I'm putting the guard back on. Okay, yeah, it spins this way. So we want this blade on this way, like I said. This armor on here. This blade on like this. You see it has an arrow on it. It tells me which way it spins. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to use the fan setup kind of like we used before. And what we're going to try is, I think it's going to work a lot better to pull the grinder through the material rather than push it up in. So I think we're going to pull it down across the line when we're cutting this line in. And the fan should blow the dust away. So we're going to try this and see how she works, and we should get pretty close, pretty much 1 inch, real close to it. So it should be sufficient. I had to take all the forms and stuff off too. That was a little bit of a job, but I got them all off. And so now we're going to cut this, start cutting this line in. See what we got. Gotta get some fan going here, boys. Okay, so basically you can see the nice line that I made here, clear across the cement. And we're going to do that again here and again over there. And what I did was I just held the grinder pretty much as straight as I could. And then what I got doing was the wheel is around halfway on that guard, so I just kind of focused on halfway on the guard and just pulled it through. It worked out pretty much right on the line. But worked fine, and pulling it through seemed to work really good. So, I'm going to go ahead and do these other 2 lines. Okay, so we got these expansion joints all put in. The big thing you want to remember is when you're using the grinder, just hold it as straight as you can. And another important thing is, you've seen how I was using that fan. You want to keep that fan always right beside the grinder, because it blows. Because if you get past that fan and you're grinding, there's so much dust there you can't see your line. So the big thing is just keep pulling that fan up so it keeps that dust away, so you can see where you're going. And just pull the tool slowly through. Don't force it. Just pull the tool slowly through and let it do its work, and we'll come out with a nice job. But we'll take a look at these joints, but they worked out pretty good. You can see all the joints in this photograph, in this here, how it splits up the cement, into multiple pieces, and that should take care of any cracking issues that you would get anywhere else. It should take care of that. Okay, that's going to about do it for this one. Hopefully this helps anybody if they're putting expansion joints in their cement. And please like, subscribe, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.